4 common challenges every entrepreneur will face when they start a business. This, you cannot, there's no way you can skip this. It's a common challenge, everyone. In fact, the word common here shouldn't be used. In fact, let's say it's a challenge that everyone who starts a business faces this challenge. So you having this information, it gives you the advantage in terms of your research. Because obviously when you start a business, you want to do your research and you want to find out, okay, so what are the challenges that I should expect and how to overcome them. This gives you those 4 common challenges that you need to be prepared for, and how obviously it prepares you to know how to overcome those challenges, right? But before I unpack all of this, there's only one favor that I'm asking from you, and that is you subscribe, you like the video, and you comment in the comment section below. Because doing that, guys, it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. It also helps me to make more videos that will keep you informed. So the power is in your hands. Yabona, guys, when it comes to business, I always liken it to something like growing a child. There are times where you just feed, and then it grows. It gets to a point where then it sustains itself. You're no longer feeding it, but it sustains itself. But you're still not making money. And then it gets to stage 3. Stage 3 is when the business now starts to make money. Now, by money, we are referring to a profit. So stage 2 is when it makes money to sustain itself, but you're not getting a profit. Stage 3, it's when the business is now making profit. But I must say, not all business starts that way. If you're buying into a franchise, KFC, McDonald's, garage in the right spot, those businesses, you can just pop out those huge sum of money when you start, but then next month, 2 months down the line, you are now starting to make profit. So it varies, right? So let's look at challenge number 1 that you are most likely to face. You will, not even most likely, you will face. This is the first challenge that you will face: finding the right people. Okay, what do I mean by finding the right people? It's one thing to have a good idea, but it's another to turn that idea into a viable and self-sustaining business model. To build something with any chance of success, your business needs to buy in and hard work of people who share your vision and have the talent to get it there, right? Even the best of times, finding those people and keeping them on board can be costly and sometimes even a fatal endeavor, posing a serious challenge for your own operation. I wish I can share. I will create a video where I'm going to share with you my challenges. I had a business. One of my business was a health shop, so I was strictly organic. So I'll buy product, and in my business, you will come with any sickness, and then you don't tell me your sickness. You just tell me your symptoms. Through your symptoms, I can pick up what's your problem. What's the name of your disease? That's how sophisticated. And I created the system myself. That's a nice thing. You know what I'm saying? But again, the challenge has always been finding the right person that can represent the brand properly. You have the idea, but then you don't have enough money to hire the right person that can represent what you are doing, because you cannot be going out there preaching the health message and showing people how to live and how to cure. We're not talking about how to. There's a difference between numbing something and curing something. Curing something is when you are eliminating it completely. This thing of you being told that there's no cure for sugar diabetes and blah 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 blah, high blood pressure, hey, that's bullshit. There's a cure for those things, and the cure is very, very simple. In fact, there's cure for almost all the disease that you have, like organic cure where some look, you don't need operation for all those things. But yeah, people believe in medical doctors, so they want to take that route. It's okay for them. But there are those that knows and smart enough to see good. No, there's a need for operation. They go through those processes. So yeah, I used to provide things like that, and that used to be my challenge as well. Let's move into number two. Number two, it is when creating efficiency workflow. So yeah, having a right team in place is essential, just as crucial as creating a process and supplying the tool teams to need to deliver the goods. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, consistently. But with so much to focus on a day, it being challenging for a business leader to continuously tweak and optimize the house process and manage efficient workflow that keeps the post down while minimizing daily output. A challenge lapho futhi sometimes is it emanates from point number one. Point number one, it is, do you have the right people? If you have people who believes in the dreams, people who fall in love with the dream, then they can carry the business. And I'll show you this. And let me repeat this. One of the greatest mistakes that you can ever do is to hire people because you are feeling pain for them, but they don't align with what you are doing. Because they are your close friends, and now you're feeling pain, you want to see them growing, and then you hire them. You will regret that decision. I would rather hire a stranger whom I see the dedication and the willingness to go hard than to hire a friend who does not have the same vision as me. Let's go to point number three. Point number three is building customer base. All businesses must constantly work on finding and attract customers, but without brand recognition, market presence, spreading power to establish business, it has become difficult. Let me tell you this, Kim. That's one of the challenges that I faced when I was running my health shop, was branding. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand this. You cannot sell a product without marketing a product. It's going to be difficult for people to find you. So I'm going to do a separate video where I tell you the truth. Or I don't know how am I going to tackle that video, but I will tell you why my business fell. And I'm glad the lessons I learned from that business has changed my life going forward. And that business, by the way, left me in debt. And I'm going to unpack all of those things. Wait for a video where I speak about my personal experience and why that business failed. It's coming, don't worry. It's coming. Let's move into the last point. And the last point being managing the SMB finance. Like many companies, it takes financial resources to sustain and grow a small business. Unfortunately, accessing the cash flow or capital often needs to keep the lights on can be a major challenge. Guys, it's one of the key challenge. This is where now you find people, it's a small business, but they now want investors, they now want loans. It is because you did not calculate. Let me just whisper this into your ears. You can have the best idea in the world, best of the best, but if it's not well planned and executed, you're still gonna fail. And I can guarantee you, one day you will come back to this video and you will thank me, or you will attest that you told me. Planning means including all the necessary strategies, the necessary funds, and it's when you are combining the idea, the monies together, and you are drafting all this program and how things should be, then execution, it's still another task, because planning is another task on itself, but execution is a different task, different ball altogether, right? Now you can have a good plan, but you don't have the right team to execute the plan, and you're still gonna fail with a good plan. You understand? And this is where this thing, okay, let me slow down a little bit. Do you remember I said I would rather hire a stranger than hiring a friend, a good friend, who has no vision whatsoever, or whose vision is not aligned to what I want to do. I'd rather hire a stranger. And it's a principle it's something I learned the hard way, right? So when you hire the right person, they aligned with the planning, and then they can execute this thing, guys. And one of the benefits of hiring people who are not your friends is that they tend to respect you. When you say, no, let's do these things this way, because of this way, they tend to, act. These ones, they struggle to move from the friendship mentality to see you now as a business person. So they still want to relate to you as a friend, and those are the challenges that you face. But it's not all. Some can understand and can easily adjust and understand. Right now, I'm talking to my boss, and after work, I'm talking to my friend. Or within work, I can talk to my friend, but I need to understand the limit. But it's always a difficult challenge. And together with employing your relatives, it's always it carries the same challenges. So you better be careful when you are employing such people, especially in that aspect. So I'm saying to you guys, you really want to be very specific and very particular with how you want to implement your things, and you better want to be very specific and particular with your strategies and your planning. Because when you fail, the very same people you employed tends to laugh at you. So you're left with the choice. You either employ them, or, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I'll keep saying, find the right people and prepare for all those challenges in advance. You'll never regret. Learn from us. We started some of the businesses, we failed. Okay, life goes on. We start another one. We succeeded on another one. Right after that, we succeeded on the other one. Because there are lessons I learned from that one. And guys, it has been a painful lesson. One of that lesson, it's one of the most painful lessons I've ever learned the hard way. I'm not yet ready to tell you, but definitely, it costed my reputation. My reputation was damaged, and even today I'm still bleeding because of that business. But I will share with you one day. Don't worry. Till the next video, good people, please take care.